All right, this is lesson 521, part 2. Again, we're learning how to multiply binomials together. To do that, we're also going to learn how to divide a binomial by a monomial and learn what trinomials are, binomials are, etc. So we're on number 5 here. It says consider the expression where you're dividing 4p squared plus 2p by 2p. It says use the idea of fact families. How would you rewrite this as a multiplication expression? What they mean is this. Let's say we have 16 divided by 2 equals something. Well, we could also write 2 times something is equal to 16. That's a related fact. We could also write something like 16 something times 2 equals 16. Anyway, so we want to rewrite this. So we're looking to divide 4p squared plus 2p by 2p. So we can think of it as this: 2p times what is equal to 4p squared plus 2p. And right away, I notice that I have 2p here and I have 2p there. So the only way I can get that is if I multiply by 1, because multiplying by 1 gives it the same thing. So that part's 1. Then I just have to think of, well, what number times 2 is equal to 4? And that's 2. And what number times p is equal to p to the second? And that's p. So, so the missing fact is 2p plus 1. Okay, and number 6 says, what is one binomial that makes this fact family true? And that's the answer is 2p plus 1. So we're going to fill in the boxes for these fact families and think about what we're doing and how we get the answer here. So we know that 2p times 2p, because 2 times 2 is 4, p times p is p squared. We know that 2p times 1 is equal to 2p. And if we combine those, we know that 2p times 2p plus 1 is equal to 4p squared plus 2p. So we put those pieces together and we get the answer. So we're really actually have 2 parts to our equation. When we did 4p squared plus 2p and we were dividing it by 2p, we were looking for 2 things. What number times 2p equals 4p squared? And that was 2p. And what number times 2p equals 2p? And that number is 1. And then we added those to get the answer. So you can also think of this as 2 division problems. We can do 4p squared divided by 2p. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And p squared divided by p, remember that's p to the first, you subtract the powers, equals p to the first. And then the second division problem is 2p divided by 2p, and any number divided by itself is 1. All right, so we're going to do a couple examples here, and then I think I'm going to let you do the rest. So we want to divide 2x by 2x divided by 2, 2x plus 6 divided by 2. So we want to think of 2 times what number is equal to 2x plus 6. And so thinking of the distributive property, 2 times what equals 2x, and that would be not 2, that would be x. So our first part of our binomial is x. And then we're going to do 2 times what number is equal to 6, and that would be 3. So we get x plus 3 when we divide 2x plus 6. And remember, the other way I said you could do this is just divide both parts. 2x divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1x. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. All right? I'm going to do one more here, and then we can go back and do those. So let's do number 8. Think about that. What we want to think about is 2x times what equals 4x squared minus 10x. And so we need to get 4 from 2. That means we need a 2. and we need to get x squared from x, so we need an x there. Then we have a minus 10, so we'll put a minus there. Then I have to think of 2 times what number equals 10, and that would be 5. And x times what number is x, and that would be 1. So 2x minus 5 is my answer. And just to show there's another way, remember you could divide it this way. 4 divided by 2 is 2. X squared divided by x, that's x to the second divided by x to the first. 2 minus 1 is 1, so 2x. And then minus, the other multiplication is 10 divided by 2 is 5, and x divided by x is just 1, or x to the 0, which is 1. So I can get the answer that way. All right, let's do a couple on this chart, and then I think we can finish them up in class, and we'll be ready to practice. All right, so on this chart, they're doing the row by the column divided. So if you take 8t squared divided by 2, you get 4t squared. Or you can do 2 times this number in this to get the row here as part of the fact family. All right, so let's think about that to get this next one here. This number divided by this number equals this number. So, or we can work backwards and multiply. That's sometimes easier. 2 times this number equals this number. So we need a t squared there because we have the 2. Plus, then we're going to think about 2 times what number here is equal to 16t. And that would be 8t. All right? Now, find this one. We have 8 here, and we are dividing 8t squared minus 14t by 8. So that means I can think of it as 8 times what number? 8 times what number here equals that number there, 8t squared, and that would be t squared, minus 8. 8 times what number gives us 14. Now to do that, I have to think about that. So I'm looking for 8 times something equals 14. I can just do 14 divided by 8 as the related fact family. And 14 divided by 8 is 1 3/4, or 1.75. So 1.75, and then we need a t there also. So just to check your work there, if you do 1.875 times 8, you should get 14. All right. The other 2 blanks we can fill in class, and we'll do the rest, and then you'll be ready to practice. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow.